welcome to the first ever episode of Film Bros. I'm Noah, this is Joe,
I'm Joe.
and together we are the Film Bros. Today we are going to be dissecting Star Trek Beyond. Joe, thoughts on the movie?
I personally thought it was a great movie, arguably the best of the trilogy.
I think so too. I liked it the best out of the trilogy because of the fact that it took you outside of the regular realm of Star Trek. It wasn't based on one planet. You saw space stations and different planets and a nebula and all sorts of crazy things that you would only see in a Star Trek universe.
Yeah, it was great. It wasn't charted space. Usually they go into places that are somewhat known,
Yes.
and they didn't know anything about where they traveled this
Yes.
time.
This
So
is
it's
uncharted space.
a little bit like Deep Space Nine, where they're lost in space.
Right. All right. Favorite thing about the casting?
I really loved Idris Elba.
Yes, Idris Elba's great.
He was by far, he stole the show in every scene.
Oh yes. What I like about Idris Elba is he can play a good guy and he can play a bad guy, both with amazing passion into the role.
Yeah, he's been so many people throughout time. Like he was in Jungle Book and Star Trek Beyond and Pacific Rim.
And he's Heimdall in Thor, which
Yep.
is like a badass character.
And then he was in Prometheus and
Prometheus.
Zootopia. He's been in so
Zootopia.
many different
Yep.
things.
He can be live action, and he can be animated, which makes him versatile, which is great.
Because of both his voice and the way he can.
Mm-hmm.
He can
His voice
show
is very
himself.
soothing. Even if he's trying to kill you, you're just like, ah. To me, at least. Like, I think that's Idris Elba. You know, it's like, That's funny. He was on Jimmy Fallon the other week, and they did this thing where it was the box of microphones. Box of microphones. And you take it and you sing a song, and they change your voice. So it was Idris Elba sounding like a chipmunk singing songs, and it was so funny. Director. Did we like the director? It wasn't J.J. Abrams this time.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
He really did. He brought his vision into the film perfectly.
Yes.
I hope he's proud of it. I haven't heard much.
I haven't heard much either. I think he is
He made
very
a lot
proud
of
of
money
it.
on this.
Yeah. I mean, the film was produced by J.J. Abrams, much like the Star Wars movies are going to be. He's kind of overseeing the direction of the movies, but he's not directing the movies. But this director was really good. He directed fast movies, like, what did he do? Fast 6?
Fast 6, Fast 5, maybe the first one.
Yep. And those are great movies.
Yes.
I've only seen a few of those, but I love those movies. So, yeah. And the film score, musical-wise, I loved it.
Great.
They threw in the original soundtrack from the TV show.
And blended it perfectly with new music.
Indeed.
It sounded like its own thing, and yet so the same.
Yes.
Similar and different.
Yes. Another thing... Oh, go ahead.
I also think they combined the CGI with real effects in a great way.
Yes.
Such smooth
Transitions.
transitions.
And the costuming was really nice. Something J.J. Abrams likes to do that I think he influenced the new director to do is more costuming as opposed to CGI'd characters. Which
went wrong with the prequels and Star Wars.
Right, Star Wars. It's a great example. Over CGI'd. Jar Jar Binks, pretty much 100% CGI. There's a whole bunch of characters which is 100% CGI. Which sometimes you can do really cool things with CGI. I'm not saying CGI isn't a good thing.
CGI costs money.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest reasons why some of them aren't good, because it just costs.
With the new Star Wars movie, J.J. Abrams tried to do less with CGI and more with actual characters and costume, which is great, because it gives a more real effect than, that can never be achieved in real life. So I liked that. The costuming was really great. I loved it. Idris Elba's character was awesome, and his mask or headpiece or whatever the costuming part was called was awesome. Whether it was makeup with some prosthetics or if it was a full head, it blew me away. It was cool.
Exactly. It was great.
Another thing I loved actually, is they gave nods to the original cast.
Yep, like the photo.
They had the photo of the original Star Trek cast.
Woven in there.
With William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and the whole gang. And
Just
I thought
like
that was cool.
the previous movie.
Yep.
They had the original Spock.
until his death, unfortunately. Rip. Leonard Nimoy had cameos. Well, not cameos. He had actual roles in both the first one and the second one. And he was going to in the third one, but they changed it because of his death, obviously, and they worked it nicely into the film. I like when movies do that, if they have a franchise where they not kill him off, but he dies in a very nice way, as opposed to just, he's just not in the movie anymore, which is nice, because they gave
Those
some
movies
reason.
tend to not do so well.
Right. If you just start
we're just
killing
gonna delete him out of the
We're just gonna kill off a character, not
forget
even
his
mention
whole
him.
history
Yeah.
and everything he's done.
Yeah. So that was great. So, personally, I give Star Trek Beyond an 8.5 out of 10. Joe?
Same for me, yeah. 8.5 out of 10.
Only because 10s don't exist, and 8.5 is just a really solid score. So, anyways, we hope to be doing a Jason Bourne review sometime next week, or this week. Depends on the schedule.
We'll try to get it up by Sunday.
Yep, try to get it up here by Sunday. But, thank you for
try to
watching.
Try to be posting every Sunday.
Yes, every Sunday. So thank you for watching the first installment of Movie Bros.